Welcome back to the Carolina Beat, everyone. Josh London in here from State Farm, and we're talking about life insurance. But before we get going and we start chatting to Josh, I do want everyone to know that we sent out these questions maybe to see what our viewers wanted to ask him. Welcome to the show, John.
Thank you for having me back.
Alrighty. Look, I don't have life insurance policy, and I want to tell you why.
Okay.
Because I'm sure the viewers at home are maybe thinking the same thing. Okay. I'm a single guy.
Right.
I'm not married. Who am I going to leave it all to?
It's a good question. Life insurance is a...
That's my question, not the public's
Yeah,
question.
no, it's a good one. It's a personal desire, right?
Okay.
We want to make sure that our final expenses are taken care of, right?
Oh.
So if there are those final expenses that someone would be burdened with, funeral costs, medical bills, getting you out of your lease, mortgages, whatever it may be.
All right.
But you also are buying life insurance with your health and your age. So when you take a policy out, you have to medically qualify for it. So you want to take it out while you're still young and healthy. And the age comes into a factor because the rate is partially determined by how old you are.
Lucky I'm 28.
That's right. So.
All right, so you're ready for the questions from
Yes,
the viewers?
sir.
I think these are really great.
Wonderful.
How do I determine which policy is right for me? I'm with this one.
This is where an insurance professional comes into play. I think it really is beneficial to sit down with someone and walk through what your specific needs are and what you're trying to accomplish. And then they can help you determine the best type of policy for you specifically.
Okay, well, Josie wrote in and said, how is my need determined? I would assume age, like you just said.
Well, need is determined by how much do I want to provide for my loved ones, right?
Okay.
So my family, my parents, my kids, my wife, my philanthropy, if there's a charity I want to take care of, whatever it may be. So if what we do is we run through an exercise and we determine how much that number really looks like. What are your debts? What are your loans? What do your final expenses look like? Are there legacy or education that you want to provide for? Do I want to send my kids to college? Do I want to pay for my daughter's wedding? Do I want to pay for a new roof on the church? And then once I take care of all those things, how much income would my family still need and for how long? And we kind of walk through that exercise to help you figure it out.
Okay, that's interesting. Question from Troy.
Sure. Right.
Does it matter how much, when you say determine the needs, I'm a single
Sure.
guy.
Right.
If I'm asking for $250,000, the pricing would be different from $1 million.
Correct.
Okay, and does that change as you get older? So, let's just say I take out one for $1 million now.
Right.
Okay, and then I realize when I'm 60, I don't need $1 million policy.
Sure.
And I want to drop it to 250. Does my pricing change? And is that possible?
Yes, it is. It depends on the carrier you're with,
Yeah.
but most carriers will allow you to make a change in coverage, especially in a reduction in coverage.
Okay.
They're comfortable with that.
Okay.
But some of it can be determined in the type of policy. So if you know that need is temporary, right? I want to get my kids through college. I want to get through my working age. You can take out a term policy, so it's temporary.
Yeah.
And that takes care of the big need. And then you take a permanent policy for that permanent need.
Got you. Josh, one more. Peter wrote in saying, do life insurance policy provide living benefits? I don't know what that is.
Some life policies do.
What does that mean?
So there can be some cash value associated with permanent policies. Some of our higher wealth clients will use them as a way to tax defer money, right?
So you mean when you hear people say, I cashed in my life insurance?
So they'll put large sums of money into the life insurance policy. It provides that death benefit if they predecease it.
Yeah.
But when they reach retirement age, they can start to pull that cash
Okay,
back out.
I understand. Great information. What if my health changes very quickly?
Sure.
Once change?
You're locked in, you're locked in.
Okay.
So for whatever that term is,
All right.
10, 20, 30, or
All right.
permanent.
I got you. Josh, great information.
Thank
buddy.
you.
Thank you so much. Listen, if you want to find out more, there it all is up on the screen for you. Josh London from State Farm, helping you live a better, healthier life. Back after this short break, everyone. You are watching the Carolina Beat.